Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. We're a couple minutes late. We're dealing with the little technical issues, but we're here, and I'm obviously joined by Therese and Alex. Thanks, guys, for hanging out tonight.
Hey.
Love it.
Hello.
All right. Well, I know all of you guys are very excited. Thank you to everybody that left incredibly nice comments on part one. It was super sick to kind of go through all of them, and thank you for giving us some great recommendations as well for the next up and coming parts as well too. So very sick. Like I said, I think Alex might be dealing with some technical issues, so if you do see him kind of be a little off, that might be it. So just an FYI. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Just to give a little preface, just in case people haven't checked out part one, I am the baby of K-pop. I have started listening to K-pop back in June of last year, and I would argue that Therese and Alex have far more experience than I in the K-pop front here. So they're going on the journey with me here with Mamamoo. So very excited. And we did the first part, so if you want to watch that, you can go do that. And we're on to rainy season, which I don't know what record this is from or not, but I believe we kind of stopped at the midway point between the playlist. So am I correct on that, Alex?
You are correct.
Very cool. All right. Well, I think without further ado, we'll get into the first one, rainy season, and let me know what other ones you're excited to check out. Hopefully we can cover, we're going to be covering 10 more tonight. So if we miss out on any, drop it in the chat, or let us know in the comments if there's any ones that you'd like to see in part 3 and 4. We'd love to cover those for you. So, all right, let's get into to rainy season.
아직은 좀 이른 듯해 why 이 새벽에 덩그러니 남겨져버린 내 기분은 down 우산이 필요해 어설픈 위로에 나 아직 것 같지 않아 애써 견디려 해 눈물을 보이면 멈출 것 같지 않아 시간은 느리게 흐르는데 멀어지는 너의 걸음은 빨라 All right now 꿈이라면 깨고파 미련 하나 없이 끝인사를 건네 달콤하게 들리지는 않아 No way 이젠 우린 하나가 됐다고 말하던 입에서 나오는 이별은 뭐죠 어느새 난 너의 그림자도 뒤를 보네 Please call me babe It's a rainy day 헤어지긴 아직은 좀 이른 듯해 why 이 새벽에 덩그러니 남겨져버린 내 기분은 down 우산이 필요해 어두운 구름이 달아나질 않아 애석한 피날레 차가운 빗줄기가 날 적시잖아 다시는 무너지기 싫은데 멀어진 너의 모습을 보면 Cry me out 내가 작아지잖아 물방울이 번져 내 어깨를 적셔 피할 수 없다는 걸 깨달을 때쯤에 눈앞에 빛이 안 보이네 기꺼이네 모든 것을 바쳤던 날들이 의미 없이 사라져 조심스레 걷는 인상 속에 다정한 듯 가시가 돋네 It's a rainy day 헤어지긴
Nice.
아직은 좀 이른 듯해 why 이 새벽에 덩그러니 남겨져버린 내 기분은 down
Okay. Oh, that was nice. The live version was sick too. Oh, can we pause? Thank you.
There you go.
YouTube was going wild here.
And we got Alex back.
And we got
Awesome.
Alex back.
I was waiting for the song to end.
Having a rough go
It was
tonight.
too much for you to handle.
It was too much.
I get
Yeah,
it.
you had
Yeah.
to leave. Yeah, I respect
Sorry,
it.
everyone
We
watching. I'm having some bad internet problems tonight. I may be in and out.
Yeah. Well, at least you listened to the song. That was good.
Mhm.
All right. Well, way to start off the stream. Rainy days. You know, if you live on the Northeast, you know what that's like right now. Or you knew what that's like. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. It was very vibey. I love the like bass tone throughout. That was really, really sick, and the way they kind of like switched it up in the bridge was really fun as well. But I love, and got a lot of comments about like their live performances and whenever they do like live stages and such. Just like the way that they kind of carry their voices is like that much more different than I would argue in their MVs. And there's just such a like, I guess there's like such a warmth to their like vocal character that I feel like you don't get more so when you watch the MVs. I mean, as much as I love watching the MVs, I think like seeing them perform live and getting that sort of like warm, receptive like energy, and like obviously listening to it and kind of like feeling more of their emotions in the music is really nice. So I think to me that's what kind of stuck out a lot more comparatively. And I gotta agree with B Don. I love the kind of like R&B type styling going on in the song. I think it really lends well to, again, their vocal characteristics, and what they do well. So I'm a big R&B fan, like a lot of like what the K-pop groups are doing right now, or not, or maybe not lack of doing now, but I feel like a lot of their music I gravitate towards in that respect. So because I've been listening to shout outs to V. I've been listening to that EP a ton, and just love that. You know, maybe a little hint, you know, to what's to come. You know, a couple months, but I
The
love
best
it.
is yet to come.
Best is yet to come. Yeah, but I love this. I loved Rainy Days. It's definitely a vibe for sure.
I was gonna ask. I'm glad we got you back, Alex, because I was gonna ask if this was the first R&B project Mamamoo had done at this time.
Ooh.
Do you know?
I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna speculate and say no. But
Okay.
someone in the chat,
Chat will let us know.
chat,
Yeah.
you guys will
Yeah,
definitely for sure know more than me. I'm
I'm wondering if
not
there's some
very
like
well versed.
earlier B-sides that I need to check out now, because this is definitely like I've been super into KR&B in the past year, and this is something that I've been looking for because I love Mamamoo and I love most of their songs, but I hardly ever find their R&B sort of stuff outside of the newer albums.
Yeah, I mean for sure there are definitely R&B tracks mixed into their like B-sides and previous stuff. I don't know as far as like promoted stuff prior to this, but definitely there's a handful that I've heard of R&B tracks. I'm not sure exactly where they line up like timeline wise, but plenty of R&B style Mamamoo tracks that I've come across.
Nice. Is this a B-side? Or is it?
I actually don't know if someone can clarify. This was when I was trying to put these playlists together. This was listed as like a title or a promoted single, but I couldn't find anything as far as like videos or like album or anything. So I don't know if someone can clarify what separates this from a regular B-side or a title track, because I wasn't exactly sure.
Everybody's saying it's
Yeah,
a
because
B-side. Yeah.
Okay.
it's listed as like a its own single on Spotify, so I didn't know if it was in
Yes.
promotion of something specific. Interesting. I really liked it. I got bias wrecked 2 times in this particular performance, which is impressive because they were all just sitting down. But usually my bias is Hwasa, and today Wheein kept looking at me like right in my eyes, staring deep into my soul and
Yeah.
singing to me.
It's a vibe.
And then Solar was just doing her belting nonsense that I'm just like, yes,
Big facts.
more of that, please.
Ooh. Love to see it. Alex, from what
I think it was a pre-release that they were performing on music shows while promoting. Okay. That would make sense.
Okay. Very cool. Alex, you have any thoughts? I know you're kind of in and out, so.
I was doing a little bit of IT work the whole time, but the only thing I have to add, I think, is what we've previously said a million times: is Mamamoo live is so much. There's so much. There's such a better group to consume live from their stages than
Agreed.
performance, like the videos and stuff. And the videos are fun, but I think like you really get you can like finally get like a grasp on how talented performers and like live singers they are when you get like the videos like these where you get them, harmonizing live, and you get to hear their vocal styles and how their voices differentiate really well. Sometimes it gets lost, especially when they're doing like their poppier or like their more fun title tracks. Sometimes the voices or like the tones get a little lost in the mix.
Production, yeah.
Not to say that they don't sound great in their title tracks, but hearing songs like this, it's like kind of night and day.
Yeah, it's a little less things to hide behind. You can show the talent. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so I thought it was a very nice, relaxing, beautiful song.
Also, shout out to everyone that said hello, Mumu's. I assume that is the group, the fandom name.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Sir.
I didn't want to be offensive. Also, shout out to all the new first time chatters. Appreciate you joining us. I know a lot of people joined because they saw the first video. So very, very cool. B-Don says, I think I remember Mumu's playing around with the image of Moonbyul crying in the pic used for the song, like holding cups up to their computers and things. It ended up charting pretty high. That's amazing. Oh my god, that's awesome. If somebody can find us the photo, I'll probably go Google it and find it for myself, but that's amazing. Very, very cool.
Muumuus are so unserious.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. Like I said, all the comments have been really, really interesting, and I saw one comment said that they were like trying to like politely tell the ladies to like lip sync so they can like protect their voices, like just kind of like as like a positive omen. And I'm like, well, I mean, I get it, but I feel like if you've been training to do this for like a long time, like I feel like they like will take care of their voices, hopefully, so
Oh yeah.
That's
why everyone says Mamamoo doesn't even know how to lip sync.
Yeah, that was we did get that comment a lot, which was hilarious, so love to see it. But the next one we have on Alex's list here is Egotistic, so
I'm so excited.
Let's get into this one.
This is the start of my personal favorite couple run of Mamamoo title tracks.
Ooh, okay. So let's go.
Very excited.
All right. We love a good guitar.
여기서 네 주를 만들지 그렇다고 네가 태양은 아니네 너의 멋대로 중심이 돼제 멋대로 굴면 안 돼 어떻게 한순간의 떨림이 소리 없이 너의 두 눈을 가리니 너의 뜻대로 흘러가네 내게 상처를 주면 안돼네 생각만 하지 그래 뭐 그게 참 당연한 듯이 어리석게 너에게만 맞춰왔던 게 날 괴롭히네 마지막까지 부를게 할 말이 없어 go away 설명이 더 필요해 화를 나도 내 입만 아프다니까 넌 멋대로만 해 브라 난 언제나 너너너너 해 난 언제나 나나나나 해 이야야 이야야 네 멋대로 중심이 돼 너만 생각해 그렇다면 너너너나 해 이야야 이야야 네 멋대로 굴면 안 돼 멋대로만 해 밤을 새워 버렸어 차갑게 식은 어리다 너의 태도가 이해 안 돼 이젠 조금씩 지쳐가네 이제 너도 내 걸 챙겼지 너 없다고 무너질 내가 아니네 너의 품에서 벗어날래 내 멋대로 살아갈래 내가 맞춰야 돼 매번 대성해 매 이런 식으로 매일 반복돼 나의 호의에도 너의 권리만 있다면 뭔가 잘못된 거지 뭘 그렇게 놀래 당연한
Oh boy.
너너나 해 I don't leave it, I don't stay I don't leave it, I don't stay I'm ready to go my way 할 말이 없어 go away 설명이 더 필요해 화를 나도 내 입만 아프다니까 나도 멋대로 할래 비춰 말로 난 언제나 너너너나 해 난 언제나 나나나나 해 이야야 이야야 네 멋대로 중심이 돼 너만 생각해 그렇다면 너너너나 해 이야야 이야야 네 멋대로 굴면 안 돼 재미없어 너너너나 해 이제 됐어 너너너나 해 후회해도 너너너나 해 멋대로만 해 너너나 해 멋대로 할래
That was literal fire.
Mm.
Actual fire. Literal and actual fire. Oh man. All right. Well, should I go first? Do you want my thoughts on
Yeah,
it?
go ahead with your fresh
Oh,
opinions, fresh
God.
eyes.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Shub because he said Brandon finally gets to learn what we were talking about with pole dancing in the last stream. You guys did not. I'm glad you guys did not. I'm glad you guys did not undersell it because man, there was some stuff going on for sure. I don't want to get. Well, I mean, we are going to get demonetized by YouTube anyway, so I could probably say what I want to say anyway. But I really enjoyed this song a lot. This one's got that Moombahton type vibe to it, and listen, I love a good Moombahton type beat. That's like up there with like the K R&B type stuff. Like anytime there's a good Moombahton riff, we love it. But I also really enjoyed a lot of the the flamenco kind of style guitar a little bit. It's got that. I feel like it was utilized super well. It definitely gave like a lot of good kind of like movement to the track as well. I think vocally this was like I couldn't pick one that was my favorite. I think they all really just crushed it. I just kind of I liked how they kind of just how they deliver their vocal lines. There's just something special about Mamamoo, and I feel like, again, I'm kind of pulling from thoughts from our previous stream on Monday, but truly I think it's something impressive, and I know a lot of the comments we've gotten have just been about how great their vocals are and how they continue to just kind of progress and get better over time. But this was like, it didn't feel like they were like over singing, but I think they were just so like sniper focused on like some delivering some really fantastic like vocal melodies that I didn't really have to feel like they had to go like crazy. Like the subtleties of what they do is just so on the nose that to me it's like I appreciate the simplicity of like kind of what they do in that way. It's this real kind of like effortless like vocal quality that they have, and it's really kind of hard to put them in a specific kind of like vocal box, because they can do a song like this and then they can do like, you know, a Starry Night type song, or they can do like a song that's like completely, you know, like more of a ballady sort of belty track. So I think to me that's what I've noticed, is that regardless of what song is kind of thrown at them, they can just crush it vocally. So I like this one a lot. I think this one's pretty. I'm gonna put it up in the mid to high tier, and then by the end of it, I'll let you know where it sits. But I would definitely say this was a vibe, 100%. Loved it.
You want to go, Alex?
Cool. Sure, I'll go real quick. This song for me is like Hall of Fame, like K-pop Hall of Fame song for me.
Okay.
Probably a lot of people. I think this song came out like an interesting time when a lot of people were getting into K-pop. Because I think around this time was when K-pop was doing more expansion into like the West, and people from, you know, all over were getting more in. And Mamamoo was kind of like an established group, and, you know, have a very different sound from a lot of other groups. So I remember seeing this song kind of blow up. I'm not sure in comparison to like how their previous stuff, like how much it blew up, but I remember the song being really big at the time, and like watching a lot of content around it. And like, this is sort of what got me into Mamamoo. I'd definitely been aware of them prior and heard title tracks like maybe a couple of years before. But this was a song that was like, it made me click for them. It was like, oh, this is good. Like, oh, this is really, really good. This song is just fun. It has a good groove the entire song. Like, you can't stop bobbing your head to it. Like you pointed out, it has the sort of Mobaton beat. It's got a little bit of like Latin inspired instrumentals going on with the guitar and everything. But another thing for me in this song is the choreo is really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
They didn't do a ton of shots showing the choreo, but like watching like a live stage or a practice for it, it's really fun. Some of the parts they show during the chorus are I think instantly like recognizable, which is really cool. It's also really fun seeing like you get Solar's pole dancing, which, you know what,
Respect.
can't
Game respects,
you know,
game.
it is what it is. They're grown women.
Yeah. Therese,
That's
your
cool.
thoughts?
That's
sorry.
sorry, I'm wrapping up. So that's cool to see. Like, I think somebody pointed out in the chat that she learned that for the video, which is cool because I know that that ended up becoming a hobby of hers. At least I'm not sure if she still does it, but I know that it ended up becoming something that she did regularly for a while. I think she did some YouTube content around it, which is really cool. I also love seeing the Wien tattoos.
Yeah, I thought that was. I was gonna make a comment on that. That's the first I've seen of it, so that was interesting.
Of tattoos in general, or just on Wien?
Tattoos in K-pop, I feel like.
Right.
I think it's like very taboo. If I have to,
because it has been.
I know it kind of is from just like watching like I remember not to cut Alex off, but I remember watching this like Vice piece on like Korea and how like tattoos are deemed as like this like underground sort of thing. So obviously, I think they're fake in the music video just because I like they don't seem like. I mean, they don't seem
Added up
like real.
girls.
They don't seem like
Who?
something like they would
Wayans?
have. Yeah, Wayans tattoos.
Wayne has a lot of tattoos,
Oh, okay. I thought they were
like real.
okay.
Yeah, I'd say like a lot of Korea is maybe not becoming more accepting of tattoos, but it's become more uh personable rather than
Sure.
related to gang activity. So
Correct,
even though
yeah.
a lot of broadcasting stations they still don't allow you to show them, like a lot of people have them anyway.
Oh,
They just
sure,
cover
yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like quickly getting pretty flipped. I mean, you have like Jungkook having an entire sleeve and hand tattoos, and then a lot of popular idols getting like small tattoos here and there and stuff on their hands, and so eventually it's going to be too hard to cover up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Spoken from the person that has, a lot of tattoos, I would know.
A couple.
Yeah, you got a couple, yeah.
All right, Therese. Sorry to
yeah,
wait so long.
yeah.
You
Apologies.
guys said it all. I think the highlights for sure: effortlessly sexy, effortlessly talented. Their choreography that Alex mentioned, I wish you could have seen more of, but it's like simple, but it's also very suave, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it's they can pull it off so easily that it almost doesn't look like choreography. It's kind of like a TikTok challenge. But they really brought it together for this music video. I think it's like 10 out of 10. Definitely like this is a lot this today's playlist is going to be a lot more of the Mamamoo I knew because this was when I started getting into K-pop was like 2018.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, they were all over the playlists and usually as you see, when you start watching one K-pop music video, you get all the recommendations for all of the other K-pop music videos.
Oh, I do, yeah.
So, yeah. Mamamoo has definitely been in that realm for me. Not to mention, there's a heavy like merging of BTS fans and Mamamoo fans because all of the members are so much fun. Like they all have
Okay, that
very
makes sense,
interesting
yeah.
personalities. So there's a lot of crossover in the fandoms. Plus, like everyone knows everyone. They're all friends.
Yeah.
But I really like this song for Mamamoo. I still listen to it pretty often. And I love the Latin influence. I like that it's recommending Card next because I think that actually make a pretty fire playlist.
Yeah, I was gonna
That is
say,
a pretty
yeah.
good
That's a pretty
recommendation.
good recommendation. Yeah. Shout outs to Card. If
So.
you didn't watch that series, we did Card as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy how well my Spotify knows me now. Is that like because I'm listening to a lot more K-pop, they're just like, hey, listen, you want to check out this new solo artist, and I get
It got
like
to the point for me that like my Discover Weekly was only Korean artists. And a lot of them I had already listened to. So I'm
Oh,
like,
so
this
you
isn't
knew,
a Discover anymore.
Same.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
about these. You should just call it Spotify. I already know these already, So,
Yeah, really.
All right, let me catch up with some chat messages
yeah, we
real
got
quick.
a lot. Yeah.
All right, let me see. Choreo Gondo says choreo is some of the most iconic Mamamoo choreo. If I remember correctly, all of their old choreos have made themselves until Gogo Bebe or Windflower. That is cool. It's a few months after BTS really hit the map with winning Billboard for the first time, so a lot of eyes were on K-pop from what I remember. That sounds about right. Thank you for confirming. I'm not crazy. Wien has a bunch of tattoos. The ones in the video are fake, but she does have a bunch.
That's what I thought. Yeah, in the video, I wanted to clarify.
Conflicting
okay.
reports on the number, but she has a bunch. They all have tattoos except for Solar.
Oh,
It
okay.
seems.
Interesting.
Debo, thanks for hanging out for the first
Yeah,
time. Glad
thank
you
you.
could make a live stream.
Appreciate it.
She designed her own tattoos. That's sick.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, let's see. The tattoos, they have more, the idols have more freedom than your typical Korean person because they don't have to worry about job security, but there's still shitty rules for TV.
Fair
For
enough.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that the idols having tattoos and like it being more in the public eye, whether it's on like the Korean Access TV or whether it's in like magazines or like your less regulated media, I think is still pushing the boundaries and overall good. So hopefully it just getting better and maybe here or there like a network or two stops caring and then boundaries get pushed more. Let's see. Tattoos. Have I seen the AOA Egotistic version? I don't think so. Like AOA covering Egotistic? I'm not sure. Give me more info. They don't have a choreographer for the songs until Gogo Bebe area. Actually, it's cool when they made all of their choreos as well until this point. That is sick. I didn't know that. And some of their choreos prior to this were really, really cool. So shout out to whoever in the group is putting those together. Cards Company is now under RBW umbrella. That is true. They are a subsidiary now. Oh, so that's why they're on the end card. Well, it makes sense either way. Moonbeal did choreography for a while. That makes sense. She's a great dancer. Gondo says Queendom 1, Mamamoo, and AOA were on and they covered each other's. Oh, okay.
Oh, sick. Okay.
I watched Queendom 1, so I definitely have seen it, but it's been a while, so maybe I just forgot.
Cool.
Gee, what's up? Thanks for joining.
Thank you for rejoining. Yeah.
You just missed Egotistic, and we started with Rainy Season.
Oh, Rainy Season. Sorry. I said, is it Rainy Season?
Yeah.
It is Rainy Season.
I kept saying Rainy Day, so my apologies.
And they were both fire.
They were both fire, yeah. Also, shout outs to Yunny27 for being a first time watcher as well. Got a lot of new people. Love to see it.
Ooh.
All right. So I guess thanks, Alex, for reading the comments. We're on to the next one, which is going to be, it looks like Wind. So let's get into this one.
Windflower.
Ooh.
Windflower. Okay. I can't read.
Windflowers. Keep it moving. Keep it rolling.
Keep it going. We'll put the subtitles on. Shout outs to person asked us to put subs on. Hopefully it work. Fingers crossed.
This one does. I think a lot of the newer ones definitely have.
소란스러 나가보면 너 그 하늘에 미련과 식탁이 차려진 음식 혼자 덤덤 한참 늦은 식사 무기력 경험 외로움 날씨 돌아가면 다운돼 있네 멀쩡한 날이 없어 모든 게 거슬려 함께 있을 때 왜 더 아름답지 못했는지 두면 내 노래를 이별 가사로 채우는지 야야야야 후회만 하냐 저 꽃들만 너무 예뻐 잊어버린 잘만 오래도 Winds flow, winds flow. 네 맘 네 별일까? 두두두두 이 맘 아파할까? 다시 또 피어날 꽃잎처럼. Get better day by day, get better day by day. 바람 기분 좋은 날 all day. 혼자가 되어 홀가분한 밤. Day by day, get better day by day. 그때 널 좋아하지 않았더라면 이 흔하고 흔한 이별도 없었겠죠. 넌 부른 날부터 날 위한 위로는 온전히 내 몫이 되어 별거 아닌 듯 오늘을 살아요.
Little horn action. I like it. Oh, we still got like a minute left.
Man, I was not invited to this party. They do
There's
not
like
want
two,
me.
there's like 2 or 3 stops, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, the song's over with, and then you hear the drummer come back in, and then it's just like, actually,
Yeah.
song's not over. We have another.
Going a little heavy on the stops.
Yeah, heavy on the stops, but I like that they're. I agree with Gondo. I like that they're getting ice cream at the end. That's very cute.
They
Anyone
deserve
want to
it.
tackle?
What a banger song.
Anybody want to take the first shot here?
Yeah. I love this song. This was one of the songs that I was introduced to at the concert, and I was like, oh, this one. Immediately looked it up, and it is so loopable. Like, it's one of my favorite Mamamoo tracks with like an instrumental that I could listen to pretty easily. The melodies just work so well with the guitar doing the and then the
I got you.
piano, just the chords going. It's all of it is so tingly. it's nice. It's
Therese
nice
always
to
has some
listen
great
to.
adjectives. I'll tell you what, she's crushing it.
Yeah, this is a great song. This is another. It's up on my Mount Rushmore for Mamamoo
Ooh,
songs.
Wow. Okay.
The live performances of it are great. I haven't seen them live, but I've seen live performances. Amazing. I love that. This is another video where it's like you get so much personality in it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you get a lot of, especially at the end when they're like having fun and partying. Does anyone know in chat? So I know a lot of K-pop groups when they're filming, like party scenes or scenes like drinking. Obviously, a lot of it is fake. A lot of it is like, put on acting. Um, I don't know because I never watched behind the scenes. Is Mamamoo's ending here them actually getting drunk? Because I have a feeling that for a group like them, they actually were getting drunk.
I mean, that'd be
They know how to
kind of sick.
party.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick. I'd be about it. You know.
I could be completely wrong. I just like to think that they're actually getting drunk. Uh,
I think
on
it's
those,
just the fantasy of wanting to party with Mamamoo.
I mean, hey,
that's
we'd
part
be
of
down.
it. That's
Yeah.
part of it. For sure. That's
Sign me
part
up.
of it. On this song specifically, I think that something that stands out for me specifically is the pre-chorus, where it really drops and you just get the guitar strums and the really, really soft vocals of them just saying like windflower. It's almost like whispered.
Mm.
And the way that they like the tone of how they do that is so soft, and they're so good with those like soft I guess way of delivering vocals that it's so soothing and relaxing. Like I just, whenever that pre-chorus comes on, it's like close my eyes, I'm in a field, and then the chorus hits, and it's just like, all right, we're grooving, we're jamming, back in. So yeah, that song's great, love it. Also, this video it has me questioning my biases and
Ooh.
everything.
All of it. Wow.
Life.
Interesting. Yeah.
And life.
That pre-chorus made you really think, huh? You're really cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking in the pre-chorus.
Something about Ween's haircut here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Good
That's
styling
fair. That's
overall.
fair. Yeah, they have great styling. I still feel like
I've always been a
Go ahead, Alex. Go.
I've always been a Hwasa diehard
Oh, what? Okay, that's
until
fair.
until I saw this Ween haircut.
Then everything changed after that. I love this song. This was great. Definitely like kind of comments that I've made about previous Mamamoo tracks, where I feel like this one is like the subtle art of like being just really like hyper focused on like putting out some great melodies. Like this has a lot of like earworm type qualities that I look for in like a good song, regardless of if it's K-pop or not. I think this is a song that I could show to someone else that is not familiar with K-pop, and I think that they would enjoy this. Like, and that I would hope that is a compliment to most people. But to me, it's like it's to me like I could throw this on like a normal playlist that I would have that's like more like poppy upbeat sort of stuff, but like would fit so well in like more of the like chill, more like R&B like softer sorts of stuff. So I think it's very fluid in that way, which I love as well. I feel like I have to talk about my bias, Moonbyul. I loved her rap verse in this song. It was like
This is one of my favorite verses of Moonbyul's.
she crushed it, and it was just like so subtle in the way that she kind of goes about it. It's not like a hard like rap. It's just like the way that her voice flows throughout that rap verse was just like really entrancing. So I love that. Then again,
Her sing rapping is so great.
is so good, and her actual like vocal tone is so nice as well too. So I think to me it was like just a combination of two things that I already really enjoy about Moonbyul. But like again, it's hard to not talk about all of the other members as well. Solar crushed it, Ween crushed it, Hwasa crushed it as well too. Like it to me is like such a well-rounded vocal track that I think like Therese said, it's like a song you can put on loop, you can constantly listen to, and it's not gonna feel like old, or it's not gonna feel like, oh man, I'm listening to this song again, like I can't believe it. Like if this came on this playlist and I listened to it like 100 times, I feel like I would still enjoy it on the 101 time, you know. So I love that about it. The music video was good. I would imagine that the Spotify version does not have the long gaps of music video parts. I do feel like that is a little bit of like immersion that is kind of taken out, but I understand it makes sense in the context of the music video. So like I understand that, but like the song itself is just really well polished, well put together, and I think they absolutely knew what they were doing with the song. I think I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't amongst people's favorite Mamamoo tracks for that reason, just because I think it is just like an incredibly well written track from front to back, you know. And I'd probably say it was pretty underrated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know what
That's what
people's
people in chat are
stance are on it.
saying. That's what the chat is saying. Let me we got a bunch of stuff going on in chat. I'm gonna kind of skip around and catch up real quick. People pointed out that the song's live performances are great. But it has no music show wins. That is interesting and sad. It pointed out that this is one of Hwasa's favorite songs.
Shoutouts.
Partially because it was so underrated. That's cool. Let's see. Drunk Mamamoo is wild. This is okay, they were drinking tea. They were not drinking alcohol, they were drinking tea.
Boo.
They do plenty of tipsy drunk lives. They did behind the scenes getting tipsy here. They were drunk on tea. Mamamoo was drunk on life. They don't need, they don't need the alcohol.
I feel that. Yeah. That's a vibe.
They do lots of YouTube content of them being drunk. Okay. Speaking as a Wien stan, the Bob is everything. Yeah, we stan the Wien Bob.
Woo, let's go.
Hwasa has been your bias since 2015. Oh my
Woo,
god.
Let's go.
Almost 10 years of being a Hwasa bias.
Love it.
Moonbyul is a very respected rapper because she writes all her own stuff and therefore she has the most credits amongst women in her generation. Yeah, she does have a
great track record, right?
Well over 100. I don't know if somebody surely knows the number, but I know she has well over 100 credits. It's up there. Cool.
I also wanted to say Yanni's comment really got me. They said that they're drunk even without alcohol. I thought that hit different, you know. I like that. B Don says that she currently has 118. So
wow.
Nice.
Is that all from Mamamoo, or has she written for other
that's fucking sick.
Other artists? Raps for other artists.
I knew I had a good bias.
I wonder.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna
absolute banger of a bias.
I also didn't notice this in the back.
I feel like you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I might be an OT4 honestly, but I feel like I have a special place in my heart for Moonbyul. But I also like in the music video they have their like logo. That's really nice in the background.
Yeah.
Really it looks like somebody did a whole mural.
Yeah, it was really sick the way they put it together. I also have to say the music video is in shop credibly as well too. Somebody did say it was in a like really popular town in Korea. I'm pretty sure from what I saw.
Yeah, I'm curious if anyone knows where that is. It looks like a really interesting
beautiful
spot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen specifically that like neighborhood or that city before.
Oh, it's Hong Kong. Oh,
outside of Korea.
It's outside Korea. Okay, sorry. My apologies.
That is why.
That would make well. It's also beautiful. Shout out to Hong Kong. All right.
Shall we keep the iconic Mamamoo title track train rolling?
You're keeping the train moving, guys. We love it. I don't know what this next one is, but we're gonna get it.
Gogo, bebe.
All right, let's go.
여기서는 잘해 상처를 다 마셔 착한 척은 그만둬 뽕 깎아꿍 타타타 민트 걷지 알고 알고 butterfly 양천을 부딪혀 It's okay to not be fine 괜찮지 않아도 괜찮아 뻔뻔하게 즐겨 Drop 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 Go go baby 현재 body shoot and tie Dress code ring 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 너와 나의 mix and match 빼지 말고 drum drum Go go baby 뻔뻔하게 놀아 미친 듯이 즐겨 필요 없어 wrong and right On and on Go go baby Go go baby Go go baby Look up the hill Focus 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 난 나의 피사체 무시해 잔소리 음수겨 click click 이렇다 저렇다 가다 부탁 공면 많은 애들이 먼저 영화에선 나의 소외주자 It's okay to not be fine 괜찮지 않아도 괜찮아 뻔뻔하게 즐겨 Drop 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 Go go baby 던져버려 shoot and tie Dress code bling 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 너와 나의 mix and match 빼지 말고 drum drum Go go baby 뻔뻔하게 놀아 미친 듯이 즐겨 필요 없어 wrong and right On and on Go go baby Go go baby Go go baby 9/6/619 9/6 Go go baby 매실 좀 이거 됐어 시작해와
What?
다들 난리가 나 난리가 나
Oh. That checks out. We're gonna roll through with Mamamoo next time. All right, guys. It was Gogo Bebe or Mamamoo. Shout outs.
Iconic.
It seems like a very iconic song. Yeah, gave me that vibe.
I guess I can start real quick. This is one of my favorite. I think it's definitely my top 3 favorite Mamamoo music videos. Just because I remember watching it when it came out, and it's just like elevating how much I was into like their personalities and like how much energy they have. And this, I think, helped me originally when I started listening to Mamamoo more, like find a bias and like kind of get to know their personalities more. This is such a fun video, and the song lyrics are like equally as fun as it's like it's pretty lighthearted, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
the song, the lyrics, the music video is crazy. There's like a whole bunch of wacky stuff going on, and obviously like they're partying and they go to a book club and it's the wrong apartment and they crash it and then turn it into a party, and you got wacky stuff like Mobile popping her head through a ceiling.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like one of those like chaotic sometimes in what am I saying? Sometimes a lot of times in K-pop, you get really chaotic videos that don't make any sense, that defy
Oh
physics
yeah.
and reality and make you
Mhm.
scratch your head.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you're like, that was
That
a
was
roller
fun.
coaster that I will continue to go on
Yeah.
over and over and over again because I love it so much.
That's why I'm here
Uh,
now. Yeah.
So that's this video for me. That another, just to like tackle on like the song a little bit. The drop before the chorus hits, it's so iconic. It's so memorable.
mm.
I don't know why. It's like nothing that crazy or nothing too out of the ordinary, but it lives in my head. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, I know what time it is.
Yeah.
um, so that's all I gotta say. This song's very fun. Moonbyul's rap part I also thought was fantastic. One of my favorites from her.
Agreed.
I will agree. This is iconic. This is like the Mamamoo track that mostly introduced me to Mamamoo. I wasn't like into them yet. I just remember this song. And some of it like didn't make sense at all to me. And still to this day, Uni's explaining it in the comments, and now it makes sense when they're like 6/9 619. I just thought it
Oh,
was fun words to say, so I would sing along. I had no idea what it meant, but
I
619 is their debut date.
I
So
didn't know the
and
reference either. So
yeah,
thank you.
it was just like I don't know why, but we're singing six
We singing
slash
numbers, baby.
nine.
Let's go.
We're, we're singing some numbers up in here.
We're
It's more
singing,
fun than
yeah.
spelling. Yeah, that was very good to know today. Today I learned.
Today, yeah.
But
The more
yeah,
you know.
that's
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. 9966 is Gogo Bebe abbreviation. Okay.
Good to know.
Um,
As well.
yeah, I really love this song. I really love the music video. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's everything I wanted it to be and more. Um, yeah, I guess I don't have much else to say. It's classic. It's got an amazing like beat to it and some very interesting instrumentation. Like I don't know what those little twills are, but they scratch my brain just right.
I feel like this video is so crazy, and like I'm paying attention to the vocals and like everything else going on. I feel like I can't even tell you what the instrumental sounds like.
Too immersed.
And I've heard
yeah.
the song probably like 100 times.
It's a lot of well, actually it's a lot of Latin influence too,
I was
same
gonna
as
say, yeah.
Egotistic. Yeah.
I tried to do my best to kind of do both of like listen to the music because I don't have the like nostalgia of like getting into Mamamoo. This is you're literally seeing the first time that I've listened to this song, which I think is special. I like it. But to me it's like I enjoy this is what I enjoy about K-pop is like the necessity of getting like people's people's personalities, especially within groups. Like I just love watching the MVs to get more of a personality stance on like who do I love, like who's my bias. And I think that the MVs do a really great job of kind of tailoring that more. But it's not until I feel like I listen to the song like off stream and I go back and listen to a lot of these songs because typically the next day I am going through and listening through a majority of the catalog if I can. Unless I know we're doing another part, then I will like hold reservation and not listen to more of it. But genuinely, I try to go back and listen to it because I want to feel like that I'm giving my honest opinion on some of the stuff because I think sometimes you can look at the music video and be like so immersed in that but not really like listen to the music aspect of things. And I'm always a music first, lyric second type person, or MV type person second. So it's interesting to kind of get the flip side of that. But I think music video is hilarious. I love their personalities. I think that's something that I will cherish and remember as I go through and listen to more Mamamoo stuff, is like just how impactful their like charismatic energy is amongst all four of them. They just have like a great they just have a great vibe. So I love that. And I think that's what kind of like holds me to certain groups as well. But I also say the musicality of it is great. I would agree Therese has more of a Latin type feel to it. Moonbyul, of course, I loved her rap verse. I think she crushed it on this. But I also love Wiyin's parts in this song as well. There's definitely some certain moments. I would say like in like the choruses, I feel like there was definitely like more of a strong tailoring to her vocals in that. So I love that, and I think because we've watched some like live stuff, like I'm able to kind of like pick off like a little bit more of the nuanced portions of like each member's vocal parts. So I love that. But yeah, I think it's kind of a great combination of like good energy in the music video, but then also having like that great energy backed up by like really fantastic music. And so to me, it's like a combination of that. I will come back and revisit a lot of these title songs because I'm curious if like my opinion will change if I just listen to the music, which I don't think it will. In fact, I feel like I probably will enjoy it that much more. But yeah, this was a very fun music video. Somebody said that there was a cameo from Alexa, which
Yeah,
I
could
don't.
you go back a little bit
I
because
don't
I
know if we.
can see
I don't
that?
know.
I
I don't know if we
never
I
knew
found-
that was a
recognized her
thing.
immediately.
All right, let's see.
Well, as soon as someone said it and I was keeping an eye out, it was in the book club scene at the very beginning.
Oh, at the very beginning of the music video.
No, very beginning of the book club scene when they were about to crash the apartment.
Oh, okay. I don't. We'll have
It's
to
before
go.
this.
A little before.
A little bit before this.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. She's holding the book.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There
okay.
she is.
That's
Oh,
her.
there is shout out to
By,
Alex.
by God, that is Alexa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Brandon, have we listened to Alexa yet?
We did in the first okay, so I want to preface we
Yeah,
have listened
to a little bit, right?
we did listen to a little of Alexa. It was the one soloist stream I don't think we've published. Or if we did, it was like Twitch. It was that one day
because it
when we
got blocked.
started on YouTube, and then YouTube kicked us out, and then we moved back, and then we moved over to Twitch. And now we're doing it on Twitch, going for obviously now. So, but yeah, we did listen to Alexa. I would have never guessed that was her. I just want to preface that I would have never thought in a million years that was Alexa. So I love that. Shout outs to her. She was great. We did cover her though. We'll hopefully we'll come back.
All right,
yeah.
what else? What else we got in here? Alexa is an extra. Mina from 1 Million Dance Studio did the choreo for this. That is sick. She is insane choreographer.
Nice.
People explain Uni explained the 61969 thing. Thank you.
Yes, appreciate it.
Clarification. This is the first song that got Gondo back into K-pop. I was watching 1 Million's YouTube, and Mamamoo showed up to the dance class to perform with the choreographer. Those videos are so cool. Lots of people do that these days, but this is the first artist I saw doing it. Yeah, there's 1 Million dance videos where the actual artists come in and do the choreo or like freestyle or whatever are so fun to watch.
Have to check it out.
Gogo Bebe rock version goes hard. Yeah, didn't they release not too long ago like a remix album where they put out alternate versions of a bunch of songs? I think
I have to check.
I have a couple of those saved if I'm not remembering incorrectly. They walk into the apartment. She's saying, "Yeah, Alexa." Moonbyul featured on one of Alexa's songs.
Oh.
Sick.
Very cool.
They're
Love to
very
see
good
it.
friends. Alexa and Mom. That makes sense. They're Alexa is, I think, can hang with the chaos that Mamamoo bring.
That's fair. Yeah.
2021. Okay. All right. Sorry. What is time? Not recently, but they did come out with it.
That's pretty recent.
Yeah, 3 years, I guess.
That's ages in K-pop
It's the ones they
history.
use in their concerts, an album full of remixes and remakes. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Very cool. We loved it. Love to see it. Shout out to Alexa.
Time is subjective.
Time. I guess so. Yeah, it is. But we'll move on to the next one, which we have Hip. if there's extra
Oh,
words,
yay.
that's it.
Nope,
Sorry.
it's hip.
Just
It's
hip.
just hip. All right. It's hip, guys. Let's go.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해 Do it like me do it 나를 따라 해 Clap it 모두 같이 해 I love you 네가 뭐라든 간에 Respect you 네가 뭘 하든 간에 She's crazy 왜 따끈따끈해 그 관심이 따끈따끈해 또 힐끔 이제 모든 일이 가뿐해 베를린 성공을 서로 먹어 맞추기
Ooh, okay.
누구보다 빠른 걸음을 걸어내 Every season 잊은지도 오래야 뒷가는 All I wanna be is 멋진 내 멋대로 걸어 머리 어깨 무릎 다 논란이 돼 my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 action 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 shoot Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 머리 어깨 무릎 어딜 가도 넌 reflection 빛날 수 있어 세상에 넌 하나뿐인걸 근데 왜 이래 네 얼굴에 침 뱉니 날 자극한 여러분 감사 거기서 너무 지질이 뻔서 덕분에 나의 멘탈은 단단해 넌더 말고 먼데로 갈게 All you wanna be is trendy 어그로들기 기믹 같지 그런 애들끼리끼리 hip 논란이 돼 my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 action 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 zoom Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 거무던 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 거무던 티 삐져나온 입 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해 거무던 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 난 상관없지 거무던 티 삐져나온 팬티 떡진 머리 내가 하면 해 논란이 돼 my fashion 별로 신경 안 써 그저 action 자꾸 click me 홀린 듯이 shoot Close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip
That didn't have to go that hard. I just want
Banger.
to say that was
I got
oh
so much to say.
okay. You want to start, Alex?
This was
Or
my
Therese?
my introduction. Yeah, to
Yeah, bold
my
dozer
official
right
introduction
through.
to
I love
Mamamoo.
it.
This was the first music video I saw. And I think now that I'm hearing all the title tracks together, I really think they got some magic cooking with the like piano, guitar, horn like riffs going on. Like this was basically an entire ragtime track.
Pretty much,
like with the
yeah.
piano going.
Yep.
And then like the horns coming in like right at the second part of the song. I'm like they really had something. They were really doing it.
In that conversation about the instrumental though, it's almost, I agree, but it's almost in a stylistic way that a lot of J-pop is going right now.
Interesting.
For at least like some that I listen to, where it's like almost this like, I guess like ragtime is the right.
It's a little
or
right.
like
it's a lot of-
circus.
Yeah, it's a lot of like glitchy swing style music.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's not.
Oh,
I don't.
You know what I told one of my friends because she plays the marimba? I was like, this is basically marimba metal. listening to a lot of the J-pop tracks she was showing
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't really just to tack on. I don't really have a great way to describe it, but I 100%
Yeah.
am in the same
I
boat with you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people might have found this a little too much, like too much stimulation, which I get.
Fair enough, yeah.
Especially with like all the costumes they had in this one music video, but it was perfect for me. I was looking for the overstimulation, so this was right up my alley. I especially love like of course when Hwasa spat on me. I was like, I'm hers. I belong to her. This is how it works. um, and then later on, like I want to say within the past year or two, I was trying to get one of my Swiftie friends into K-pop, and I was showing him so many things, and he was always like, "Oh, I get it, but like I like this Taylor song more." And then I showed him a Hwasa music video, and I showed him this video, and I think his exact words were like, "Why would you not immediately show a gay man this?" Because she's such an icon.
She is an icon.
Like,
yeah.
they were talking about it in the comments. Uni said Hip was a callback to the haters in the media, especially with Hwasa. The public and media was throwing so much hate towards her because of her fashion and airport looks. So she co-wrote the song as a response to all that.
I think
And
I do
I
remember.
Yeah.
I specifically remember at least one case where she was getting a lot of hate and a lot of media attention for like not wearing a bra at an airport or something.
And
Like, come on.
I mean,
Respect.
like, she's gotten criticism for her looks a lot in Korea, which is crazy to us because she's
Yeah.
gorgeous
Yes,
in
she
our
is not
beauty
the
standards.
she is not the Korean
Yeah.
beauty standard, but
Right.
over here we're like, oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But-
I'm just astonished. Of course, everyone did amazing in this group. This was what got me into Mamamoo, as I said, but they were the first girl group that I really got into, and it's because of all the members, and it's because of their music style is so interesting. And
Yeah.
I think it also helps that they all sing at the appropriate range for their singers, which is
Yeah.
kind of hard to find in all of K-pop. I think they subscribe a lot to the raising the key will make you more addicted to the song mentality.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Anyway, that's my soapbox. I'm off now.
Cool. Well, after we kind of tackled the I wanted to bring up the weird genre that I can't place conversation. So we already got that out of the way. This music video for me is so fun. It's so chaotic.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, love it.
I love the rock band Shigo kind of look going on with the featuring the drag queens. Love that.
Yeah.
I also love Solar's boxing look.
Yeah.
With like the one like braid, and she's like all roughed up and doing box moves and stuff. Really sick. The one scene, if you caught it, Brandon, it is Hwasa. She has like the headline on there that talks about the scandal. It references a scandal of her dressing inappropriately at the airport. So it's really kind of like it's really forward with
It's a fuck you.
the message they're trying to get across in this video. Yeah, it's just a huge fuck off, which is really cool.
I love it.
Because I think someone pointed out that this was immediately, Gondo pointed out this was our first comeback after Queendom, and it blew up. And if you look at the views for this compared to a lot of their other title tracks are
Jesus
through
Christ.
the roof. They have a
406
ton of
million.
views on this. So so this song blew up, and I'm glad that they kind of like went all out and
Crushed
just,
it.
you know, told everyone what they needed to say, and that they're allowed to do that, and were able to voice themselves and still put out like a fun video, which I think features a lot of things that maybe are not super acceptable or super common in Korea. Like I don't know the drag culture in Korea, but I'm assuming it's not as big as it is in the States. So like seeing, you know, their band members being drag queens is sick. I love that. Seeing, you know, the Solar, like a woman boxer. Again, I don't know how common that is in Korea. Seeing it in the video is sick.
I will say the only other music video I can think of that had sort of that gender subversion was Woo-sung's Face, which came out around the same time, I think, as this. So I'm hoping that they were gaining a lot more LGBTQ representation.
Love to see
Round
it.
in.
Love to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So this is a prime example, I think, of Mamamoo also just having like a really welcoming welcoming
community,
fandom, welcoming
community, yeah.
production, community,
Yeah.
the way they present themselves and the way they do things seems very open, welcoming. So I love that for them.
Yeah. I'll preface this with a weird. I guess it's not a weird story. So I kind of saw bits and pieces of this music video / song. Shout outs to Round One. I went there like this past weekend, and I saw this music. I saw like bits and pieces of this music video, but the song didn't have any vocals in it, so it was just them like dancing around and like it was so strange. Like literally it just like they the way they EQ'd it is like there's no vocals, but you can still hear like it's like it was like underwater. It was very weird. So I technically saw little bits and pieces of this. So I want to preface that just in foreshadowing. But I didn't actually listen to the song. So now I have to say this is probably my favorite Mamamoo track. I enjoyed like kind of the I enjoyed the callback to like their original sound. Like it was very like you could tell like they wanted to pay a little bit of homage to like some of their previous music, especially like the first and second like title track MVs. Like this has that sort of like ragtimey, like jazzy kind of like bop sort of feel to it that I love. Swing vibes as well. But I also think it's like super chaotic, really like fun, energetic. It kind of gives me like a Yoasobi kind of vibe, which I love. Shout outs to Yoasobi, love them too. But like,
I think that is something that was sort of on my mind when I pointed out the J-pop. That's definitely the similar realm of what I was thinking.
So shout out to Yoasobi, they're great. But that to me gave me that kind of that like real just chaotic like ragtimey fun shit that I really enjoyed. I think again, very similarly to what both Therese and Alex said, I love the representation. But as well as that, I think like they showed off a lot of different like personalities that they have. Like I think it was like I feel like a lot of their music videos we've been able to kind of peer into more of the like fun, loose, like fun Mamamoo, and I felt like this one was like equally as fun, but I also feel like it was like a little bit like again that fuck you like kind of tailored like a little bit angsty. And I'm about that, you know. I come from the metal background, so I feel like this is like well up my alley in terms of like the energy they brought. So I got to give them a shout outs for that. But like overall, just was kind of like, you know, it was Moonbyul's like moment to shine. I also love that Hwasa had like a good rap verse as well. She crushed it. It just gave me that like really pissed off energy, but like in the most fun way possible. It was like being pissed off but having a smile on your face, weirdly enough. And so I think to me this was like one that I probably will remember in their entire catalog of music. And I'm curious if the rest of the songs off this, I would assume this is a part of an album, if the rest of the songs are on this album that are kind of in a similar vein.
10 out of 10 album, by the way.
10 out of 10 album. Okay. Well, I don't want to delve too deep into this album because I know we will be doing some B-sides, so I don't want to like, you know, have the chicken before the egg kind of situation, but yeah, I already could tell I'm probably going to be in love with this album, and it's probably one that's going to be it's probably one that I'm going to be listening to a lot cuz it's just got that like great. It's just got a great start to the record, and I always love a good song that if you already know this is the first song out the gate, woo, the rest of the album I feel like is gonna be pretty wild. So I love that. So big shout out to Mamamoo. This is a great
shout out.
This was a great fuck you kind of like moment, and I think I'm glad I was able to experience it live with you guys. It was great. So Big ups.
All right, let me get into a couple. Let me get into some comments, cover some stuff we didn't talk about already.
Mhm.
Let's see, this is a callback to the haters, media, especially with Hwasa. The public and media was throwing a lot of hate at her because of her airport fashion. So she co-wrote the song as a response. Awesome. They were planning on doing a world tour and performing at Coachella that year, but the pandemic hit and it was canceled.
Oh man.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Wheein learned how to play the drums for a concert performance.
That's
That is
so
awesome.
sick. Shout out to Wheein.
I
Love
was
it.
actually wondering if she actually played the drums or not. One time at the airport, Hwasa only wore a bra and they went after her. Girl can't win.
They'll
She
never
could
be
not win.
happy.
So next time she went without a bra and just a shirt. She's funny.
Shout outs. Yeah, that's great.
Recently, she was sued for a 3-second dance move. She did not. I know about that. Yeah, she did a performance at a university in Korea, and the parents, or like I think it was the parents,
What?
tried to file a lawsuit against Hwasa because she performed a dance that was like too sexual to a university of adults. And it's like, I don't know, if you saw the video, it's not too sexual. They're just crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So you know what? Shout out Hwasa. Keep doing your thing.
I love you.
It's worth noting that media showcase for the song Hwasa and Moonbyul were told off. They told off a reporter who asked a really dumb question about their looks, which is like, you heard the song they were promoting, read the room. Yeah, dumb. Get what you deserve. Let's see. They invited drag queens to Delco many awards show performance before. Okay.
That's so sick.
Solar has a collab with a famous drag queen.
Very sick.
Brown Eyed Girls have a music video with drag queens that was a big deal before this, but it was still pretty scandalous when Mamamoo did it too. I didn't know that.
Wonderful.
That would probably be a pretty good bit before that. I'm curious. Wonder Woman by Brown Eyed Girls. Love that. Sick. CEO Moonbyul.
We love that. She could be my boss.
Destiny on this album is Gondo's favorite song. Live performance from Queendom was great. I feel like I've heard that. Maybe I should.
Okay.
I've seen Queendom, so I must have heard it. Reality in Black, another one. The PTA was one after.
Oh no.
The PTA of the university went after Hwasa. She was fully clothed, wearing pants, and it was just too sexy.
Well,
that's true.
She is Hwasa.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Too
What are you
sexy.
you invite Hwasa to perform at university. What are you expecting?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. People are crazy.
We love Hwasa.
Grown woman. Let them live.
Let him rock. Speaking of let him rock, we're gonna move on to the next one.
We're gonna move on to my favorite Mamamoo song.
Your
What song is that, Alex?
My actual, not my most iconic. Not on my Mount Rushmore of iconic.
Okay.
But personally, my favorite.
Oh.
Okay.
I have to separate. I have to separate the two because I feel like they have to be different.
Wait,
but
so,
as far
so
as
you
like,
have an iconic
songs
list,
go,
and you have
yes, it's number one.
So you have an iconic list and like a Mount. What's the difference between the Mount Rushmore and the iconic song?
No. I have a favorites list and I have the Mount Rushmore list. The Mount Rushmore are like your iconic songs, your songs that define the group. And then there's my personal favorite.
Okay. Oh, so you feel this is one of the ones that defines Mamamoo, or this is one of your favorites?
No. This is my favorite.
Okay. Cool. All right.
It's called
I
Dingga.
agree with that.
Dingga. All right. Let's go. Dingga with 2 G's, apparently. What the fuck? Come on. We're getting it not ad, but ad.
친구 날 버리고 외로움만 쌓이죠 해독할 시간이 필요해 띵가 띵가래 친구들 모아 한잔 할래 Drink like a fish 띵가래 너만 게 좋아 yeah 띵가 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 아이스크림 먹으러 갈래 One, two, three, four 네 옆을 봐 왜 다들 화나 있어 요즘 너무 삭막해 그저 달콤한 휴식이 필요해 I need to love myself all I need is your heart Oh me, oh my 드라마만 좀 주행해 드라이브는 못 가네 폰 게임으로 주행 Time is ticking, ticking Don't lose your breath 젊은 날의 fake dog 어디 가니 친구야 쌓인 먼지 털어 우리끼리 걸어 Let's go play 띵가 띵가래 친구들 모아 한잔 할래 Like a fish 띵가래 너는 내 좋아 yeah 띵가 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 아이스크림 먹으러 갈래 우리 같이 띵가 띵가래 We gotta get away Break it 띵가 띵가래 Baby do you wanna dance the 띵가 띵가래
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
띵가 띵가 해 띵가 띵가래 친구들 모아 한잔 할래 like a fish 띵가래 너는 게 좋아 띵가 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 아이스크림 먹으러 갈래 우리 같이 띵가 띵가래 We all gotta get away Let's go Break it 띵가 띵가래 Baby do you wanna dance the
Shout out Hot Dogs Killer.
What the fuck?
what?
Go back like 5 seconds.
We gotta finish out the whatever they're doing here.
Oh, yeah, we gotta finish this out.
Huh? All right, so the hot what? Okay, we're gonna go back to what? This part?
Yeah.
Oh, the hot dog side.
All right, play. No. Play it, and then pause.
Oh, hot dog killer.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, it's our favorite restaurant, Hot Dogs Killer.
I have so many questions for
It's
you.
just one of
Alex.
those things.
All right, well,
It's just one of those things. You know, when you
It
watch
is
the
one of
video
those
100
days.
times, you start noticing everything.
Oh, you just know.
Yeah.
You just okay.
you just look for the hot dog killer.
All right. Dude, I got
gotta
my eye
go.
on the glizzies. I see a hot dog. I can't not pay attention.
I think you should start since this is your favorite. What are your favorite Mamamoo tracks?
All right, cool. Yep, we got a retro funk disco kind of
Yeah.
vibe with some great guitar and bass lines going on here. It has like a nice dance beat to it. We've got a dance break with our dance line. We've got my personal favorite Moonmule rap verse, where it like pulls out into like a trap beat for a second. Beautiful. You've got basically the lyrics of the song are drink like a fish. It's just them partying up, having fun.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, they do. They're drinking alcohol,
They're drinking for
alcohol
me.
for you.
Yeah. Shout outs to
Or
Mamamoo.
tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, tea.
The song's pretty fun. It somebody pointed out it's a pandemic song. They're like having fun with it. You see them, they have like bedazzled masks at one
I
point.
did see that. Yeah.
It's just such a fun video. I think for me personally, this was a pandemic song, obviously, as someone pointed out. This video is so fun and it's so like social, and it's them out like doing fun stuff, and roller skating with their friends and drinking and like doing all this fun stuff, and a giant conga line. I think that hit like a little bit of a nerve, or like hit like a little bit of like a note in the pandemic, where it's like, oh man, like yeah, that kind of socialization or that kind of like fun with your friends is so great. Like I miss it. Like it's so great. Like this is it hit a little bit of like
hit a little too
sore
deep.
spot,
Yeah,
or like a nerve.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like we're having so much fun and I'm
Friendship.
stuck in my house. So yeah, I'm gonna rant forever about this song, so somebody else can go ahead. I love their little dance in the dance break, where I like that it's a dance break, but it's so unserious, but it's also actually good. Where they're kind of just doing like little like shoulder moves and like the robot for a second.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that dance break. I had listened to this on Spotify so many times and it doesn't have that. I was like, whoa. But yeah, this was definitely one of the songs that got me through the pandemic. It was right in the peak of that retro like stuff. It was this future nostalgia, The Weekend, like the works, all of it. All of it is so good. I really like this song. I recognize it not as an iconic Mamamoo song, but it is to me,
Sure. It's on your favorites.
Yeah. I was really expecting it to be included on an album at some point, but it missed the cut, and that's fine. I like it as a standalone track, honestly. And I really love the choreography in this one. Something about their little like what's it called? Their little like pacing when they're like
that's cool.
touching the floor. It's so that was what spoke to me, because I was like, that's what I do every day when I wake up and I have to go to work in front of my computer in my living room.
You do the same.
I'm just sitting there like, nah. It was a B-side for their travel album as a pre-release for Aya. I don't remember it being included on the album, but I didn't listen to the travel album.
I know that that little teaser at the end with Hwasa is a teaser for Aya.
Yeah, I really liked Aya. This is just iconic. I'm so glad that they performed it in their concert too, because I was kind of expecting it to get skipped as a standalone track, but I love it.
All right, well, it's my time now. Time everybody's looking forward to. I want to preface that I feel like I have actually seen this music video, and this was before Alex and I decided to do the deep dives, and he had shown on that very couch behind Alex. We watched like a ton of K-pop music videos, some of which I probably have forgotten by this point because I'm just slowly dying every day. But I remember him pointing this out to me, and he was like, if we ever do a K-pop thing, we should definitely do Mamamoo. And I said, okay, well, we'll add it to the list. Just internalized in my head, and we watched. I'm pretty sure it's this music video we watched, and I was like, damn, this is good. And I think that was kind of like maybe a slight light switch into my brain of being like, oh, you probably will like this stuff. Maybe this is your gateway into getting into K-pop music. And then it wasn't much longer after, I think he had suggested to check out Twice, and now we're here making videos doing this. So shout out to Alex for subconsciously putting Mamamoo in my brain early on. But I gotta say, the music video is great. I think the way it's shot was like really well done. I think a lot of their music videos, especially like some of the more current ones that we've been watching right now, I feel like they're just shot super well, and I feel like, again, give off a better representation of like their aura and like what they're about, and like just kind of their energy. So I love that. But this song is like things that I already love. Love a great bass line. This has a great bass line in it. The guitars, the drumming is just really, like, to me, feels really iconic. And just, again, they're just precision on how good their vocals are. I think this song really does a justice to what I already know is great about Mamamoo, but I think this was one of those songs that just to me like checks all those boxes of things that I really enjoy. I do feel like Moonbyul crushed it again. That's just a Moonbyul stan. So I
Bias
feel
confirmation.
like bias confirmation. It's just confirmation of life. I already knew I loved her, but now it's just like I feel like I'm getting the positive
Now
affirmations.
you're like, man, I have such good taste.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I can't wait to get into the solos.
Yeah.
For Moonbyul, specifically for Moonbyul for you.
Yeah, Moonbyul has my favorite solos.
Though I will say, again, I know I mentioned it before, but I honestly think that it might be OT4 because I think they just really, like, there's something specific about each one of them that just kind of, like, just strikes my, like, listening habits. Like, I feel like Solar has, like, a really kind of, like real, like, warm, kind of, like, receptive sort of vibe, and I feel like you get that sort of ideology like watching her in music videos, and she seems very like warm and receptive, and I think the way that she again the way that she kind of delivers a lot of her vocal lines feels very like personable, so I love that. And then Ween's like again in that same sort of lane, but like maybe even a little bit more so, and I feel like it's got that really kind of like bubbly kind of like feeling to it. And then Hwaso, it's less like she's the one who gives you like the little bit of attitude, and you're like, oh man, I feel a little bad, I feel a little bad. Like, are you gonna teach me a lesson, kind of a thing? Like, I feel like I'm a bad kid, and like she's just like, what's good, But
I feel
are you
like
saying you want to get scolded by Hwasa?
Yeah, listen,
God.
She could scold me. That's fine. But to me, it's like all those kind of vocal like tonalities and the way that they kind of deliver their vocals are just kind of antiquated in the way that their like personalities are. Like you can tell that's kind of how like they kind of deliver a lot of their vocal lines, and it's like just the kind of crossover between being vocally strong but also being able to deliver on a lot of those emotions, I think is really great. So, but yeah, I think they absolutely crushed this song, and this one probably again is probably up there with one of my favorites that we've listened to from Mamamoo thus far. Just because I think the melodies are great, the instrumentation is something that I really enjoy. I love Dua Lipa, so I feel like that's just like very much in that like 80s like revival kind of vibe, 80s pop kind of hit. So we love it. So shout outs.
This was well into the neutro kind of revival, retro synthwave phase that K-pop was in for quite a while. I would say up until pretty recently, actually. Kind of like starting around around Everglow's La Di Da.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I would agree.
But it really like took off, and this is, I think, in that pocket. But it does such a good job where I think a lot of groups that kind of jumped on that train, or a lot of groups that tried to capitalize on that fad or that movement kind of got lost in the wind or fell a little flat. I think this one has legs of its own to stand on, and stands out quite a bit.
What the? Okay, listen, I need to read these comments here. Hopeful's still gone, and Debo all said that Dua Lipa and Hwasa did do a collab, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, so Hwasa did a remix for Physical.
What? All right, I'm gonna have to check that out.
That's great. It's very good.
I'm gonna check it out. Thanks for that, chat. I appreciate that. Now I'm gonna delve deeper in that rabbit hole. I also gotta give a shout out to Debo as well. They said that's the running joke with most movies. You have a bias and 3 bias records. That's facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love to see it. But I think I'm movie OT.
Oh yeah. Also, on the topic of collabs, there is a collab with Ween and JB. So I'll send it to you.
What? I'm unlocking so much stuff tonight, guys. This is great. Thank you for that.
Everything's coming together.
I'm gonna be yeah. I feel like it's like the, and if allow me to be nerdy, but I feel like it's like I feel like it's like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where he's like bringing all the worlds together. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, now I get it.
That's what's happening.
I'm cooking. Let me cook, guys.
Except the more like the more accurate representation of the K-pop fan drawing all these connections is like the Always Sunny Charlie Day.
I was gonna say,
in
yeah,
the room.
that's facts.
putting a million red strings trying to connect dots on a corkboard, looking like an absolute psycho. That's
fair. Yeah,
we're not as cool as Doctor Strange. We're definitely the Charlie Day in the weird.
No. I'm gonna give you guys the dub. You know, anybody in the chat here, you guys get the dub tonight. You know, so big salutes. But we're gonna move on to the next one.
I don't know.
Or wait, what? What you're gonna say, Alex?
The next one.
Oh no, I was gonna say I feel maybe I'm old and It's Always Sunny references.
No. They're both at the same time. I'll give you that. I'm just trying to give you the dub on the, you know, having the more popular of the meme choice. You know. That's all.
All right.
Conversation for another time. Anyway.
Yeah, let's get into the song that was teased at the end of Dingga.
It's yeah.
Do you remember how it goes? You're about to.
Me? Or Alex?
It was at the end of this music video.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I don't remember this shit. This is new.
Anyway, let's do it.
Let's get high.
우린 남이 있다 모든 사랑 놀이에 미쳐 이기적인 놈이 된 지쳐 눈물인지 또 빗물인지 넌 내게 모욕감을 줬어 눈물이 뚝 떨어진다 손에 going shot shot ayo ayo you got me jumping like a crazy crown 목에 썩은 밑발 뽑아내야지 ayo 모든 사랑 놀이에 미쳐 이기적인 놈이 된 지쳐 눈물인지 또 빗물인지 넌 내게 모욕감을 줬어 눈물이 뚝 떨어진다 나나나 단단단단단단 뚝 떨어진다 눈물이 아야 눈물이 아야 눈물이 다 It's over 끝났어 더 이상 못하겠어 남은 감정도 없어 이건 아니야 살던 내 너만 내 잘못이야 눈물이 아야 떨어진다
What?
떨어진다 눈물이야 눈물이야 happy ending 뚝 떨어진다 눈물이야 눈물이야 설레미가 뚝 떨어진다 아야.
Oh my god, that ending
Ah.
did not have to go that hard. What the fuck? Oh my
All right.
god.
I guess I'll go first. I'll be quick. I love the ending of this song.
Oh, same. Yeah.
The chorus doesn't do it for me, and that's solely because it's a me thing. I don't like anti-drops.
Yeah.
I'd never like them. It's just a personal thing. It's like a big reason why like there's this ongoing issue where I'm having trouble getting aside from Mamamoo, I'm having so much trouble getting into the Stacy hype because they do so much anti-drop in a lot of their music, and it's like it just never clicks for me. So there are a lot of the parts of the song that I really enjoy, especially the ending, especially Moonbill's rap, especially Hwasa's post-chorus, I guess you would call it, or
Yeah,
maybe verse, like after
Could've been
the
better.
first chorus.
Yeah.
I thought that was really enjoyable. The video itself was really nice. I don't understand the Solar Unibrow.
It's a
It's
Frida Pinto.
Very
like
okay. I'm uncultured. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. I knew what it was.
It's iconic
She's an
okay.
icon. Yeah.
in other media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, like this is Hwasa's video for me.
Okay,
Like,
fair. Yeah.
She like all the obviously like shout out, all the girls did great. They all look great. Hwasa is crazy in this video. Like all the leather outfits, and she's feeling herself.
Yeah.
So
She's holding the murder weapon.
yeah.
She is holding the murder
And
weapon,
she has
yeah.
murdered all of us.
So shout out to Hwasa, you know, feeling herself, because we appreciate it, I think.
We stand that. Yeah.
The one last thing I have to say about the song is not sure if it's a sample or if it's an original instrumental, but the flute sound used throughout the entirety of the song, used throughout the entirety of the song, is a little abrasive to me at some points, where it's like there were parts that I think it could have lived without it. There were parts where maybe it could have been turned down. It could have done something different. To me, it just got a little like there's points where that's all I was hearing.
That's fair.
And for me, that's where the song I think kind of falls apart for me. At the end of the song, when they sort of get into more of like a trappy EDM thing, they're still using that motif. They're still using that exact riff, but they changed it up, and I have no problem with it. It doesn't bother me at all. It's I think it's just like that specific exact phrasing of the flute with that melody throughout the entire song. Really, I find it distracting.
Like
enough.
Sticker.
Yes.
You don't get that reference, Brandon, but you will at some point.
I'm sure. Yeah. I only laugh because I feel the pain coming probably. At some point.
If Logan was here.
Prolonged pain. Yeah. If Logan. Yeah. Shout out to Logan.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm not hating. I love Mamamoo, love my girls,
you gotta be honest.
but the song's a little. Yeah, I just gotta keep it real. The song's a little flat for me. But
Keep it 100.
you know,
Yeah, I got you.
anyone else have some thoughts?
You want me to go,
I'll
Therese?
go next, sure, yeah. I totally get why you feel this way about Aya, because I'm almost in the same boat. I'm very much like, this is an amazing song on first listen. And the more you listen to it, the more grating it gets. Because I was like totally on board. I was like so hyped up from Dingga, so hyped up from Hip. And the teaser from Dingga got me really into this comeback. So when I first heard it, I was like, oh, this is the best song. And I put the album on loop. But after like not many plays, after like 3 or 4 plays, I had to move elsewhere because it gets kind of grating. But I still love the choices they used. I don't think I love that particular flute sound more because it's like more of a recorder. It's not as airy as other flute sounds,
Mm.
but I do like the melody, and I like that is by far my favorite breakdown from any of the Mamamoo
Oh,
tracks, even though it's li- pretty much like it's very different from any other Mamamoo track. So, um, I still, yeah, I like it a lot, but I definitely can't listen to it more than once. I do think I don't have a problem with the chorus. I like anti drops for the most part. I do think they're getting overplayed now, but I love when Hwasa gets down into that
oh, the
like at
like
the
vocal
like at the
fry
end of
kind
the
of. Yeah,
chorus.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that hits. That hits. If they could just like stop everything and then just let that go a little longer.
Just give it an
Yeah.
extended, yeah, extended version. I got you. Um, my thoughts. I thought this one. I didn't. I don't think I really clicked with this one. If I'm gonna be 100%. It was a little interesting. I appreciate like the music video. I think it was shot very well. Hwasa was given the energy, the real energy, and I love that because she is like 120% to the camera, and we receive it. You know, but the flute part was like when I first heard it, I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of catchy. I'm vibing with it." And then once we got to the chorus, like it was the same. It was the same kind of like flute melody. Well, I would assume it's either a sample or just kind of like just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste throughout the entirety of the song. Um, but I do think it becomes a little bit like it feels like the main melody when I feel like Mamamoo tracks should be like the vocals should be like the starting point
Hmm.
of their songs. So I do think that flute kind of does get kind of takes up the space of like the vocals a little bit. So I think maybe if I don't know, I mean, obviously I know they wouldn't re-record it, but like if maybe the flute part or the sample or whatever was like turned down a little bit, I feel like that would have maybe made the
Or if they
song
sang
or they
that
sang it.
melody instead.
Yeah, that would
I
be
see
really
what you're
sick.
saying.
Like I think if it was
Yeah.
changed up, I think it could have definitely been utilized a little bit better. Like I don't mind it that it's kind of like the throughout the entirety of the song, but I do think that the flute parts do kind of take away from like the thing that I feel like is best represented by the group, which is their vocals. I think their vocals are obviously the main star of what they do, so it does kind of take away that spotlight. I do agree with both Therese and Alex in that bridge. I also really enjoyed the bridge because I think it gave you that like separation of like, okay, there was no flute part, there was some like acoustic guitars. I think it definitely changed up the song in a very nice way, so I do enjoy that aspect of it. But I also would agree the breakdown at the end portion of the song was super super nice. It was definitely like a complete 180, something I was not expecting from Mamamoo. If I have to be 100% transparent, it was something that I wasn't really like. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. That's so cool that they would incorporate something like that into their music. But yeah, I think vocally there was definitely some points where I think there was a lot of like standout parts, but I do feel like the flute took more of the spotlight in this song than I feel like it should have. But
Mhm.
yeah, I would say in terms of the songs we've listened to so far, this is probably like least favorite title track. But I don't think it's a bad song. I just think if it was retooled in a better way, I think it could be like a pretty well-rounded like Mamamoo track. But um, I'm curious what other people had thought about it. I know a lot of people love the anti-drop, but I'm curious if the flute kind of aspect of things really kind of gotten people's like ears more so than the vocals. But yeah, I don't, I'm kind of mixed on this song. And I don't feel like it's giving me good thoughts to come back to it because if as the more you listen to it, the more grinding it becomes. It's like that might be a turn off, but I'll probably give it another listen, see how I feel about it, minus the music video. But yeah, it was. I think I would be curious to see if they would ever like if the way they transpose it live is different than the music video version. So I would be curious to see if that's kind of where it ends up. But yeah, music video was shot great as well too. So I want to give us shout outs. Shoop said, I gotta give his shout outs to Shoop. He said Brandon's having a jopping flashback. I might be. I haven't experienced it, so I feel something deep in my gut now. So that's I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like we will talk about it eventually, but yeah. Oh boy, jopping. Oh man.
Hey, I love jopping.
Listen, I'm not saying anything bad about jopping. I'm just saying the first, baby's first jopping experience,
Baby's first jopping.
What do you have
Baby's
something
first
against
jop.
You got
Baby's
something
first
against
jump?
jumping and popping?
No, I don't have anything against jumping or popping. I'm just saying it was baby's first job. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys can go watch that. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get into some comments. Let's see. I'm trying to see how far we went back here. Just to go back to Gondo's comment about collabs. Since we're talking about collabs, Red Velvet and Mamamoo friends, and Moonbeel's Selfish, I assume that they're referring to them doing a collab, which is really cool. Hopeful still says we had a lot of collabs with other artists, especially rappers. That's very cool. Shout outs. Gondo says Solar, like, what if I do Frida Pinto? She has wild ideas and no one could stop her. Yunny says, love all the live performance of Aya. We love to see it. I'll have to check it out. The award show performance is epic. Yunny also says, the Brazilian side of me is so happy to hear this breakdance part. Would agree. Ghana says, least favorite Mamamoo track, can't stand the chorus. Had to turn off the ASAP MV as the first chorus. Never gone back. Oh man,
that's in reference to a Stacy song.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll I'm sure we're gonna delve into Stacy at some point. Hopeful says that's just Solar being Solar with lots of ideas. Shoop says love a good anti-drop, but honestly the Aya chorus isn't a great one either way. And then just kind of commenting on everybody just doing their thing. Divo says, don't blame me on the jobbing. I appreciate it. It's not bad. I just want to say my experience with jobbing was not bad. I think Shoop's giving you the wrong impression of what I felt about jobbing. Though not too far off though. It wasn't entirely negative, It was like, okay, I get it now. Makes sense. Putting the pieces together. But
I feel like chat talked it up, and then he had expectations.
Chat did. To be fair, chat did talk it up. They talked it up. Yeah. So
I think it was a planned experience.
It was yeah. They were like, here, hold this. Here, hold it. Yeah. Shout out to chat. We love it. But the next one we have is, it just says, is it where? What's the rest of the title track?
It's called Where Are We Now?
Where Are We Now? Okay.
I know this one is a little bit. Can somebody in chat give me like the rundown of the message of this song or what it was for? Because I know it was a little bit more of a
chill,
like sentimental song.
Okay.
But I don't want to spoil anything or give away any stuff, so we can just get into it.
I'll just close
maybe somebody can.
I'll close my eyes.
Give us some info while we're watching.
I'm not gonna get the cheat codes, guys. Don't worry.
아름다웠던 눈이 부시던 아프도록 설레며 울고 웃었던 고마웠었던 놓지 말자던 때론 다투고자 못 이룬 수많은 밤 한없이 행복해 웃음 지었던 Where we now 널 몇 번의 계절을 지나 그 어딘가 헤매고 있는 게 아닐까 Where we know Where we know Where we know Where we know 기나긴 여행 중 어느 날 Talking about where we going 어디론가 날 데려가 줄래 아님 저 바람 부는 대로 그냥 흘러가겠고 얼마나 한 걸까 여긴 어디쯤일까 On and on we on the road 숨가쁘게 달려왔다 그쳤던 모든 건 어쩐 드라마 같은 걸 yeah. No 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 we know 좋았던 기억 끝은 어딘지 끝이긴 한지 숨 쉬듯 그렇게 당연했었던 Where we know 날 만난 몇 번의 계절을 건너 그 어딘가 헤매고 있는 게 아닐까 Where we know Where we know Where we know 기나긴 여행 중 어느 아프고 또 아파할 걸 얼마나 서로 잃은 채 헤매일까 Where we know 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 꿈처럼 짧았던 모든 날 아름다운 이별 이곳에 너와
Great harmonies.
같은 꿈을 꾸던 우리들 Where we know
Oh, we have like a whole minute left. Oh, the ice cream thing again.
Bring it back, the ice cream, baby.
Ah.
Fucking heart. My heart.
See, stuff like that I wouldn't get unless I was watching all them in order like this.
Oh, God. Not feeling good, Mr. Stark.
Tugging on my heartstrings.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cry on stream, I swear.
So we got a couple answers from Hopeful. They were looking back on their journey as Mamamoo. It was a hard time for them and for Mumu's as their contract wasn't finalized at the time and no one knew if they were going to re-sign because this was in their 7th year, which,
Whew.
as we've learned, tends to be a scary year for girl groups.
Sure.
7-year
Then
curse.
Uni said, "Wow, WAW is a song for their 7th year of the group before the girls re-signed with the company. They came with a whole ballad album, an online concert, and a documentary.
Oh.
Look back to their past and wondering where they are and where they will go in the future." Yeah. Wien ended up not re-signing for her solo activities, but still made a special contract to be part of Mamamoo activities. We're starting to see that more and
Oh,
more, which I'm really happy about.
I love this.
But it's typical, as Dbao says, for K-pop groups to sign artists for 7 years to start and then discuss contract renewals. Some groups continue on with shorter contracts while others disband. Mamamoo continued, but with new terms, which makes sense. Like, at 7 years, you're usually popular enough that you can reevaluate your terms and be like, actually, we want this,
More
and we want
money,
extra
yeah.
ice cream in all of our music
Hell
videos.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Get us the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'll start. I love this song. This is great. It gave me like really strong like ballady like R&B soul type vibes, you know, like it's got like power, like it's really truly the definition of like power vocals. Like it really like was like I again first time listening to this song and like I could feel it like tugging on my strings, and I'm not even like I'm not a moo like you guys are. Like to me this is like a brand new, as with all of the groups where we talk about like, you know, I feel like I try, or at least my intention is to try to figure out why people enjoy these groups and why they love them. And I feel like a song like this, anytime I feel like a group does a song like this where they're like basically saying like thank you to like the people that supported them, you know, over these years, it's like I don't personally get it because I'm getting into Mamamoo, you know, after this has all happened, and you always obviously know, you know, what happens, but I feel like as a fan of music in general, like I would feel so scared of like if my favorite group, what are they gonna do after 7 years? Like what's gonna happen? Like what are, you know, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna continue to make music? And like to me, it's like I feel in that way for a lot of these songs. Um, but I think like this really showed off like a lot of their, you know, beautiful vocals, the way that like some of the harmonization was on this song just I think really flows super well, and again I think it just shows off how skilled they are as vocalists to do something like this and have like a really kind of upbeat fun poppy song, or you have a song like Hip where you're like damn they're really, you know, giving me 120%. I think this is like 120% in like the opposite direction, but like in such a beautiful and like very calculated sort of way that like, you know, I was starting to feel emotional about it, and I just started listening to Mamamoo like on Monday. So to me, it was like really incredible, and you know, definitely a song to be proud of in their discography, certainly.
Yeah. This one is interesting for sure because I think a lot of times when you get a ballad as their seventh year is coming around, a lot of times it's going to be like a goodbye song or a
Mm-hmm,
thank you
mm-hmm,
song.
mm-hmm.
This is less of that and more of a reevaluation and like an appreciation for each other rather than like we're moving on, we're, you know, thank you for the memories, thank you for the journey. It's like let's look back at our journey and like, you know, who knows what's next. It's a very interesting uh the subject matter is different from what I think you would typically get with like your end of 7-year
Sure,
contract
I would
ballad
agree
kind
with
of
that.
thing that you sometimes see. And I'm very happy to see that they did all resign for group activities and stuff. And I know Wien has moved on to a separate company for her solo activities, but is still part of the group. So that's cool. I think somebody pointed out in chat, and Therese talked about it. Like it's cool to see that become more common, where members can move on to other companies and have other support for their solo activities, but still be included in groups. Because for a while, it that was not the case. If you left the company, you left the group.
Oh,
There was no you know representation from another company and them allowing you in. Whereas now you have to, I guess, use a very recent and prominent example. You have all the Blackpink members have left YG, but they're still gonna be Blackpink under YG. So like that's uh I don't know, 5 years ago unheard of. You never imagine seeing something like that.
sure.
So I do think that Mamamoo and Wien's situation was pretty early on that becoming a thing. It's I think maybe the first case that I know of that being a thing. I'm sure there maybe are some, but I'm just not familiar. But it's cool to see that becoming more popular, and I'm happy that they're staying together as a group, regardless of how active they've been as a group recently. It's still good to know that there's always, you know, something on the horizon or
The door
something
is open.
eventually will come of it. Yeah, the door is always open. As far as the song itself, I can't really say much more than you guys said. It's just a beautiful ballad. The vocals are powerful, uh like on a Adele level, like
Agreed.
power ballad
Oh yeah.
vocals
Oh
that
yeah.
were just like absolutely belting over a really really beautiful piano ballad. It gives me that vibe. Even Moonbyul's vocals are so in her range and so comfortable for her in this, and I think Therese mentioned earlier, it's great to see them in their ranges and where they're comfortable, and I think they did a fantastic job of having a song here where everybody can um, be comfortable and also like flex, obviously, like show off crazy vocals
Oh yeah.
and sound great, and nobody sounds lost. Nobody sounds like they're struggling to keep in key or keep the tones. I think everything about this is well done.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. I really feel you, Brandon, when you were like, man, I don't even know this group, but I feel so sad.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
you just started listening to them. It's
Monday.
kind of how I felt when this song released, because like I first started getting into them in Hip, which was not
Sure.
very far from this song, and I only got like 2 comebacks really before I was like, oh shoot, they're at their 7 year already.
You're like, oh god, oh
So
no,
I
yeah.
yeah, as soon as like I listened to the song, I was like, wait a second, this sounds sad. Why is this so sad? And I went back and into the history. I'm like, oh no.
You're like, not the
It's
7 years.
yeah, I was like, God damn it. I gotta set a timer for each of the groups so I know when I can get into them. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I'm doing
But
this. Yeah, so I can like, get ahead of the curve. Yeah.
yeah, I was very scared for their situation for a long time.
Sure.
I
And
Yeah, I got it.
yeah, I don't think I ever got comfortable with their situation until recently when we started getting more news from other groups that there's honestly at this point in time there's a lot of older like iconic K-pop groups that are doing this because they're, past that 7 years, there's a new generation turnover and I'm I'm so like astonished to be seeing the whole K-pop industry kind of flip from what we knew it to
Yeah,
be.
right. It's actually such a recent thing to be seeing all these older groups leaving the door open,
Yeah.
per se. Whereas, like, talking about it in chat a little bit, but Girls' Generation had a comeback
Yeah.
2 years ago, year and a half ago or so, and like that's crazy. You would never expect that. And then we have a Sistar 19, but Sistar come back in like a week or two. That's insane. You would never expect that up until like the past couple years, where like things are being terms are being negotiated better. Things seem like the artists have a little more weight.
Hmm.
Um, and I think maybe the companies are seeing the value in maybe giving some artists more freedom and like the long term benefits that it can provide on like a um,
I
mutually
think
beneficial level.
yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the K-pop has a lot more money in it now. Like people are buying
Yeah.
albums left and right for their favorite groups, and they're hoping they can get the older fans back in on the game as well as getting some new younger fans in. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, I really love this song and I really love their belting moments. The
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
so good.
it's hidden.
Um, Also, I love their dresses. I want to
Oh,
wear that
oh,
dress Class is
their
wearing
fits.
to like, I don't know what kind of prom they have for 30-year-olds, but I'm going maybe to like ball season in
Hell yeah.
Vienna.
Let's go. Ball
Yeah.
season.
All right, we have a ton of comments, and I'm gonna sort of skim and summarize real quick just to catch us up. We are going a little long.
It's all right.
All right, so basically we got summarized that the song is basically their 7 year re-signing, kind of, looking back
Mm-hmm.
song. Okay. People are confirming, yeah, Wien ended up not re-signing for solo activities. Talk about the 7-year contract thing a little bit. They obviously wrap it up eating ice cream, like in Windflower, demonstrating their bond as sisters. Yeah, that was cool to see. The lyrics, the two of us shared the same dream from Huyen and Hwasa. They're childhood best friends. That's really nice.
That's so cute.
Didn't know that.
I love that.
That's really cool. That must be a really special relationship. Okay. Hwasa also now signed elsewhere for solo activities. She's on Psy's label P Nation. Don't even get me started on that. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh God.
I thought there was news that she was switching over, like rumors, to a different company.
God, I hope so. Girl, get out. Run.
Gangnam Style out of there. Sorry, that was a terrible joke.
That man
that was a bad
lost.
joke. That was a bad joke. Sorry.
Girls' Generation made the whole different company, same thing. Maybe Girls' Generation didn't really do anything as a group though until 2022, I think, with their comeback. I think most of them are out of the company, but I think that maybe is the similar situation. Special interview. We kind of paved the way. I don't know what that's in reference to. The special interview was sadder. Was that a special interview they did?
If I have to reach, I think it's probably a interview talking about probably like the documentary that they did. I would imagine. You know, like that's my guess. If I had to.
They are active now. So hard as a Mumumuch to keep up everything they do. Yeah, I know for sure they're definitely. I know Mamamoo Plus has released some stuff. I know the girls have done plenty of solo stuff. I think I remember seeing some OST work. I for sure know they're very active. I think if you're referencing what I was saying about them being questionably active, I think I meant just as the core Mamamoo.
Yeah, we haven't had like a full group in a bit.
Yeah, in like a regular music video comeback sense. I know personally, and like with subunits and stuff, they are very active.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think we can move.
All right, very cool. This next one we have here is.
Dude, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
We're just gonna get into it. I think that's somebody can let us know how to pronunciate it.
Is it Mumumuch?
I don't know. Let's just get into it. Mumumuch.
Sky, land, sea, yeah. Once upon a time, 사랑에 빠진 한 소녀가 있었는데 좀 유난스럽게 막 짜잘짤 때 마치 혼자 사랑하는 양 나는 그게 좋아 꿈인 듯한 모든 것이 좋아 아이고 사랑꾼 남셨네 작은 키도 좋아 마음씨도 고와 돌아갈래 tonight 됐고 밥이나 먹자 이 많고 많은 사람 중에 하나가 아냐 내겐 오직 하나 사랑밖에 모르는 바보 하늘 땅 바다만큼 love 날 정말 좋아하는 미친 love you so much 그들은 행복하게 오래오래 살았대 오래오래 love you so much 사랑하 노래나 I love you so much
Ooh, okay.
In love for the first time 이런 감정 느껴본 적 없어 널 위해 뭐든 하고 싶어졌어 내가 지켜줄게 약속 Beauty and the Beast 우리 내가 Beast 난 취한 수수께끼 근데 가볍게 보면 딱히 7개의 별들 사이
I forgot about that.
Kiss me 꼬라 누가 제일 예뻐 빨간 사과 주는 마녀에게 말해 해코지는 언제적이야 됐고 그 사과 너 먹어요 이 많고 많은 사람 중에 하나가 아니야 내겐 오직 하나
Ooh, nice.
너밖에 모르는 바보 하늘 땅 바다만큼 love 널 정말 좋아하는 Miss you love you so much 그들은 행복하게 오래오래 Mumumuch, Mumumuch I love you so much
하늘 땅 바다만큼 사랑해.
하늘 땅 바다만큼 love
Oh, that was awesome.
널 정말 좋아하는 Miss you love you so much 그들은 행복하게 오래오래 살았대 오래오래 Love you so much 사랑해 노래하네 I love you so much 생각만 해도 Yeah 하늘 땅 바다만큼
Aw. Love to see it. Shout out to Mamamoo.
Very wholesome, very good message.
All right. I guess I'll start it. I love this song. This is like well in the wheelhouse, you know. As soon as the instrumental kicked in, I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna like this one." And you know, this plays well into the strengths that I already enjoy about Mamamoo, but I think they crushed that kind of like neutro vibe, you know. There's something about it that just hits right, just right. I just loved how smooth the song was. It kind of like it had this like sheen to it almost, you know. It was like really
It's
really
very romantic.
it's very romantic, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that the little dance break part was really sick. The way that they kind of broke it down was really really cool. But yeah, this is just a fun song. Like this is what I feel like when I listen to Mamamoo. I'm just like, damn, they just like are having a good time. Like you could tell like they were just goofing and just having a fun time, and like I think it just made the experience of listening to that song that much better, because I'm gonna be like reminded of watching this MV and being like, oh, I love this MV, but I also love this song, so it's just gonna get the gears turning in my head that much more so. So yeah, this one's up there, definitely, for sure, amongst my favorites.
Nice. The song, for me, something that another song that comes to my head when hearing this, and I'm not sure exactly why. I think it shares a similar like fresh feeling that the song like gives off to me. Like Chungha's "Sparkling" comes to mind. If you guys are familiar,
Yeah, okay.
where it sort of like has this kind of roll right into the chorus, vocal slides, and it has like a very like light and refreshing sound to the instrumental and the vocals.
Yeah.
That's just maybe they don't sound comparatively too similar, but
Production
it came to my mind. Yeah, it came to it came right to my mind listening to this. And this is pretty different from Mamamoo as far as like their sounds go, even though they have done the neutro thing before. This is different from Dingga, because Dingga was more in that like synthwave kind of retro house movement. This is more of like a retro funk,
yeah,
like funk.
It's like a funky pop kind of retro
Funk pop.
Yeah,
Easy
bass funk.
listening.
Yeah,
easy listening.
Yeah, it's like a similar vibe, different instrumentation. It's really fun. I love the vocal slide that they have the like the descending vocal side that's part of the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And the overall message of the song is just fun. They, love the Mumu's.
Yeah, I think this is really cute. I think I really like the colors in this. I don't know about other people. It's kind of oversaturated, but I like that. I like
Yeah.
how purple the hills are in contrast with their outfits. It's giving like family beach photo. I love it. But I think this is one of the easy listening tracks that I don't think I'll get too tired of it because it's like you said, fresh. It's like clean laundry. It's fluffy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even care if it's a fan song. I'm just like I'm gonna listen to this more now that I remembered Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what-
that part
Yeah,
crushed
what
me.
Somebody, I remember hearing that for the first time and then be like, oh, this is such a smooth, fun song. And then I hear Solar do
Beast.
that. I'm like,
Oh,
girl,
right, it's
what are you
Mamamoo.
doing? Like, what
Oh,
are you
right,
doing?
I forgot.
So anyone in chat have context of is that like some sort of inside joke or reference, or is that just Solar letting her brain and her ideas run
I
wild
mean,
again?
Solar's pretty ripped, so I'd call her a beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is a beast.
She is
Yeah,
a
I've
beast.
seen. She's a beast.
Um,
Therese, your thoughts?
That's about it for me. Yeah. I love
All
how sweet it is.
Got some comments here. FQOE says, love the references to old songs in the choreo and video. Very cool. Love to see it. B Don says, this is the song that went along with I Say Mamamoo, the best album in 2021. They didn't promote it. It was a gift to the fans. There were one other song on the album, and then there's a bunch of remakes. Yuni says this was one for their compilation album. It says it's Mamamoo's best. Blah blah blah. The choreo for this song has so many spoilers to their respective solo work. Was so funny at the time to see every comeback of the girls. We could watch the music videos and look at their Easter eggs and spoilers for their next projects. Gondo says, Chungha, please come back to us. I feel that with all my soul, with my chest.
Come back.
I'm a Chungha stan. I love Chungha. Big salutes to my favorite gal.
Shout out Big Chungus.
No, stop. Anyway, Shoop says, I think this is I think it's just regular silliness. Classic Solar. Everybody's just saying classic Solar moment.
Apparently it was Win. So
Oh.
my bad. Can you blame me for thinking it was Solar?
That's fair. Solar is in charge of the muscle Mamamoo, so she's the beast. We love to see it.
I mean, you saw her on that pole. That takes so much muscle.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Whew.
she's really serving it, so we love to see it. But people were saying that I think Solar wrote that line though, so we love to see it.
Unsurprising.
Unsurprising. But we're
We
gonna
don't
move...
know that it wasn't Solar's idea. True.
That's true. Yeah, the verdict is not out, guys. But we are going to move on to the last one, which
Last one for tonight.
Last one for tonight.
I think is pronounced Illella.
Okay, well we're
Cool.
just gonna
Correct
get
me.
into it. We're gonna get into it.
I'm winging.
You're crushing it.
I'm winging all these pronunciations.
You're doing good.
Just correct me. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing great.
You speak fluent Mumu.
Yeah, fluent Mumu.
Illella. Illella?
Okay.
Illella. Okay.
Oh, and they say it at the beginning.
One, two, three. 밤에 깊어져 단둘이 밤이 길어져 12시 까먹은 문제야 일렐라 해 일렐라 해 원복이 밤은 깊어지고 달빛이
Okay.
꽉 차올라 일렐라 해 일렐라 해가 뜨기 전에는 너를 더 보고 싶은 오늘 밤 이리 날까 이리 넘날까
Are they wearing styles from other solos?
눈빛을 취하고 있어 아닌 척해도 티가 나 점점 이리 날까 이리 넘날까 모두 잠든 이 밤에 이 밤은 따끈해 또 놀라며 따라와 끝나게 don't stop 또 따라봐 우린 야만 날려봐 한만 잔뜩 성이 난 야수처럼 우르렁대 1, 2, 3 밤이 깊어져 단둘이 밤이 길어져 12시 까먹은 문제야 일렐라 해 일렐라 해 겁먹긴 밤은 깊어지고 달빛이 꽉 차올라 일렐라 해 일렐라 집에 가지 마. 취하는 밤에 너와 밤거리를 헤매고 있어 모든 것들이 다 멋져 보여 이리 날까 이리 넘을까
Oh, okay.
Oh, these fits are sick.
Interesting. Oh, key change? Okay. Nice. All right. That was the last one. We're at the end.
Sheesh.
For now.
Wow.
I'm surprised. Well, shout outs to everybody that joined us for this entire thing. That's crazy. We really crushed it. I gotta say, this song was I think this was a more thought out
Oh, that's a take. I
Interesting.
That's a
can't
take.
disagree. I can't
agree?
disagree, honestly.
Okay. I'll cook a little more. I think this was what I felt like I was going to do. Like it had the beat switch. It had a new thing, which was the key change at the end of the song, which was really sick. And I just think that like kind of the overall like Latin inspired vibe, like just kind of I feel like it was a little bit more well rounded within this song that I was kind of expecting in Aya. And that's not to diss it in any way. Like I'm not trying to shit talk this song, either song. But I think it was like a more well approached version of that. Vocals were really fun. Choreo is actually really sick in this song too. But I know a lot of the chat was commenting on fit, and I gotta say, outfits on point, crushed it. I think this was some of like the best like fits I think we've seen so far. Really bright, really vibrant. I loved it. So overall, this was great.
You'll
I
really
think it was
like
a
the
great
solo
closer.
work.
I did hear
Yeah.
I did see it was a hint for solo work, so
I
I'm
didn't
excited.
notice when I first saw this music video. I don't think I put it together, but I definitely noticed Hwasa, Solar, and Wheeon's solo outfits, but they were worn by different members. So
Ooh.
it was like either all the members in one style or like one member in someone else's style. And they kind of did that in their concert too. Like they came out and performed each other's solo songs in each other's solo
Oh, that's
outfits.
awesome.
That's
It was
actually
so cute.
wild. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think I'm putting it all together now.
Yeah, I personally the fits are all great. I love that all white fit with the red accents on it. I think that is one of the
Oh, the
coolest
like
fits.
leather. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, there was a black leather. I think the white one. I
The
don't
white
think it
one
was
was
leather.
like on the helicopter pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is like, I guess that would be like what a Moombahton style
Yeah.
beat.
I would kind of put in the classification of that. Yeah.
It's just fun. It's like it doesn't really. It like rides the perfect middle line for me, where it's like it's upbeat and it's energetic, but it's not going too hard, and it's just like it's got that kind of you can bob your head
It's got a
vibe
groove.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really fun. I gotta admit that I didn't really pay too much attention to this when it came out. Like I've heard it, I've never seen the music video, but it didn't really stand out too much to me when it first came out. But I think like paying more close attention to it right now and watching the video and like seeing references and stuff, I think it's actually hitting a lot harder for me than it did previously. So I'm glad to get a sort of new appreciation for it. The one issue I had with the song that I think somebody pointed out in chat, Debo pointed it out, the dance break in the instrumental is kind of shockingly short.
I agree. Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothered me a little bit. I'm not sure if there's like a version maybe like when they do live where it's longer.
Yep.
Or something.
B Don said lean towards the remix of the live version more with the longer dance break. So there you go.
Yeah, that I think that would be perfect. If that was just like doubled or something, I think that I wouldn't have a single complaint about the song. It's not really a complaint. It's just I wonder why it was so short, because it was really
Agreed.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
And a little jarring to jump back in what I felt was only like halfway through what it should have at least been.
It felt, yeah, the measure felt short. Yeah, I would agree. Therese?
Yep.
I like this song. I think I'm leaning more towards what you said, that it's just a revamped Aya, which I feel a little bit bad about, but I see all the similarities. I really like the breakdown in Aya more.
I agree.
But I still think this is pretty solid. I think for me, this is mostly just like confirmation that Mamamoo are still together and we're still going to get music videos from them. So I'm just relieved that we got anything at all.
Someone's got to break
Agreed.
down the Aya comparison. I'm not really seeing it.
Like it's got the I feel like it's kind of got the like the Moombahton feel. Like Aya also has like that Latin inspired kind of beat to it. It has the dance break, which is very, it has that kind of like dance beat breakdown kind of part, which is very similar to Aya. And then I think stylistically it's in a similar vein. It just doesn't have that flute part. That's kind of where I'm picking up.
I think it is also in the same key. I'm actually putting the two together in my head, and it's pretty close.
I might be cooking. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You're onto something. You're onto something.
Well, there may be some similarities.
All I needed to know was I got confirmation in the last song, last part we did, part 1 with the Starry Skies song. Somebody did say that I was correct on the Avicii thing, so I just want to say that I crushed it. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh, for Starry Night.
Starry Night, yeah. So
okay,
I'm just gonna say I'm crushing it right now. So
yeah, you're totally crushed.
I'm a beast, So but yeah, no. I think again, I was incredibly shocked at how good the first half of Mamamoo was, and I think I'm not I'm still equally as shocked as I think I was in part ending off part 2 here. Um I just feel like we definitely should have covered Mamamoo much sooner. I feel like it's been, it's like one of those paid DLC characters, Like that's how I feel about Mamamoo, and now I've unlocked
So much to
Mamamoo.
do.
So much there.
There's so much,
To
so
be
much to do,
fair,
man.
we do get a lot of requests. So,
So
um,
much to do.
we will
We have so much
tackle
yet
more.
to tackle.
We do, yeah. Somebody commented day 6, someone commented EXO, and we get comments on a bunch of other shit. So so we'll I'm excited for this year, but
To I guess touch on the future of the Mamamoo series while everyone here from Mamamoo is still around and watching. Well, first of all, thank you for everyone in Twitch chat that has hung out. Whether you saw the part 1 and then came for the live video, or you're one of the regulars here. Appreciate you hanging out. All the context and information is really, really helpful. We would probably not have any idea and be spewing a bunch of wrong information if we didn't have everyone here. So that's awesome. Hopefully you guys, if you're here from Mamamoo, maybe you'll come and check out another group with us, hang out and watch some other streams. I think they're generally pretty fun. I think we have a good time. We're streaming every Wednesday and the occasional Mondays. But if you're, on YouTube, you can see Brandon post the schedule.
I do, yeah.
For the next Mamamoo videos, we're going to be doing a part 3 that is going to be solo work / project work. Probably have like Mamamoo Plus in there, maybe 2 tracks from each of the girls as far as solo work goes. And we'll see where that gets us. If you have recommendations, I have not made a playlist for that. I'm taking them. I saw there's a couple of recs in the part 1 comments, which are helpful.
Yep.
And for part 4, we will do like 10 or so, maybe a little bit more, since there won't be like videos to react to, B-sides, and I'll kind of go through comments and pick out what B-sides people are suggesting and talking about and saying, are can't be missed. I have a couple in my head that I think are worth covering, and maybe we can do a live stage or 2. I think that's where that'll take us, probably just 4 parts. Maybe as stuff goes on, or if they have more releases, we'll get back into it. That'll probably, part 3 will probably happen a couple weeks from now, maybe 2 weeks from now. We'll come back to it. I think this is Mamamoo week right now, so we did a ton of Mamamoo. We're gonna give some other groups some love next week. I think we're gonna do Kepler.
Yeah.
On the 17th, a week from
17th
today, if you're watching right now. We're gonna do 1 video going through all of the Kepler stuff, and then maybe TXT, maybe day 6, maybe back to Mamamoo,
maybe weekly.
So weekly is another one on the list. So I would say if you guys are interested in hanging out or checking out other groups with us, just make sure you're subscribed to Audio Addiction on YouTube, so you can see Brandon will post updates and polls and stuff like that all the time.
Community tab, that's where it's at. So it's the best way to see it. I know a lot of people don't click on it, so go check that. Yeah.
So that's my ramble. That's my rant.
Yeah. Also, Shoop said a really good thing. Appreciate it, Shoop. Copyright friendly songs, so if you will be good to cover them, that helps me out greatly, so I don't have to go through and edit out stuff. So if you do have songs that are good for streaming somewhat, let us know in the comment or in the chat. We'd love to be able to cover them. I just know sometimes, like, especially, I don't know if Mamamoo has any Japanese releases, but typically Japanese stuff is a little bit off limits for us. So if you do have stuff that is good to go for YouTube, then we'll do those. And then in terms of live stages, we'd like to tackle those as well, but those also might only be for the Twitch homies here. So just an FYI. So that's kind of what we got going on. I also did want to make an announcement because a lot of people have been asking me to do like reality and stuff like that, and I know some of that stuff I can't do on YouTube, but I would like to do one-off, like maybe 1 or 2 streams a month where I do some like variety type stuff. So if you do have any suggestions or links you would like to send to me, I'm going to make a YouTube community post. Feel free to drop me a link, and I'll try to get through all of them. I know that some of the variety stuff can be long, but I'd love
You'll
to
never
try
get through all of them.
I know I'll never get through all of them, which is fine, but I would like to try to get through some. So if you have any good recommendations, that may just be a me stream, but if Therese or Alex would like to join me on an off day and watch variety stuff with me, they can. But I feel like I want to do a service to everybody that watches the stuff, because everybody keeps telling me to watch variety stuff, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to catch up with all of it, but I would like to try to get into it a little bit more. So if you got some good variety content, let me know. It'll, again, most likely be a Twitch exclusive thing, so I will keep you posted on when I do those. So yeah, I figured I'd make a post here about letting people know, do the variety stuff. Listen, we're going legs deep, body deep into K-pop this year, me specifically, because it was so great last year, and I feel like I gotta show up for the fans here. So yeah, be doing that. And yeah, if you have any other recommendations for groups going further as well too, I'll remake a new post for the new year, because I know I did make one last year. So if there's any other groups you would like us to cover that we haven't already, let us know. I know the only other thing in terms of, and I'll let you guys go after this, but the only other thing is I know we would like to cover some like older groups, some like Girls' Generations or 21 or any of the OGs 4-minute, so let us know if you'd like to see that, and if you'd stick around for one of those, because we'll definitely be getting into those at some point. Maybe not 2 p.m. I don't know. Did I say 2 p.m.? Somebody said 2
You
p.m.
didn't say 2 p.m., but 2 p.m. is a group
okay.
to. Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yes. Kara 2 p.m. Yep.
Any OG group. So let us know. Maybe we'll wind up doing those as well. So would love to tackle some older groups, because again, I'm not as familiar with all this stuff. So would love to kind of show love to some older groups that aren't around, or who knows, maybe they'll make a comeback. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll join us for Kepler on a week from now on Wednesday. And again, huge thanks to Alex for putting the playlist together, and for Therese for being a fantastic co-host along with Alex, of course.
I was here.
I was also here.
All right, guys. We'll see you
Thanks,
on the next
everyone.
stream.
It was fun.
Thank you.